Hello and welcome to i-nastava. This is an English lesson for the third grade of high school, and our topic today is Olympic Games. My name is Ivana Štiglec and I will be your teacher today. In today's lesson, you are going to read a text about the Olympic and Paralympic Games, and you are going to write an argumentative essay on the topic of good and bad sides of the Olympic Games. For today's lesson, you will need your notebook, something to write with, and internet access all the time. You can pause the video at any time. So let's start. My first question for you is the following. What images or words are in your mind when you hear the word Olympics? Pause the video and think about the words that you associate with the word Olympics, maybe some images that you associate with the games. So it is probably the Olympic symbol, 5 rings, then the Olympic motto, and maybe the Olympic creed. The important thing in life is not the triumph but the fight. The essential thing is not to have won but to have fought well. Now we are going to discuss each of these separately. So the Olympic symbol, 5 rings, consists of 5 rings in 5 different colors, and they represent the union of the 5 continents and the meeting of athletes from around the world. The Olympic motto is Citius Altius Fortius. You learned Latin in the first 2 years of your high school. You probably know the meaning of this motto. It is faster, higher, stronger. And these 3 words encourage athletes to give their best during the competition. And the Olympic creed. Take a look at this photo. Does it represent the Olympic creed? Not really. In this photo, you can see the winner, who is here the most important, and 2 people who won the 2nd and the 3rd place, and they look sad in this picture. And the Olympic creed is something completely different. It says that taking part is more important than winning. Giving your best and striving for personal excellence are worthwhile goals. And this creed is also an important life lesson that is valid not only for athletes, but for all people in general. In our next activity, we are going to revise vocabulary connected to sports. You can see a lot of sports in this picture. I would like you to pause the video and write the names of all the sports that you recognize in your notebook. I'm sure you won't have any problems with this task. Are all these sports Olympic sports? You're not sure? We'll check that out in our next activity. I have started a mind map here about Olympic sports. Your task will be to copy this mind map and to finish it in your notebooks. You should do research on the internet about the Olympic sports and finish this mind map. Good luck. Now we have come to our text, the Olympic and Paralympic Games. You will copy this link bit.ly Olympics read into your browser and read the text. While reading, your task is to tick the topics that are mentioned in the text. You can see the topics on the right-hand side, and you should choose the ones that are mentioned. Famous athletes, Olympic logo, host countries, Winter Games, origins of Paralympics, Olympic sports, Summer Games, and qualifying for the Olympics. So pause the video and read the text. Now let's check which topics you have ticked. Olympic logo, host countries, Winter Games, origins of Paralympics, and Summer Games. Well done. We are going to read our text once again, and you will do a true-false task. You can see the sentences on the slide. I would like you to read them before reading the text for the second time. So pause the video, read the sentences, and then read the text. Let's check the sentences. The Olympic Games are held every 4 years. That is false. They are held every 2 years with summer and winter Olympic Games alternating. Next, the founder of the modern Olympic Games was Ludwig Guttmann. It is false. It was Pierre de Coubertin. Next, the Summer and Winter Olympic Games were held in the same years until 1992. That is correct. The only country to have won at least one gold medal at every Summer Olympics is the USA. That is false. It is Great Britain. The Paralympic Games are the biggest sporting event in the world for disabled athletes. Correct. And the first competition between disabled athletes was table tennis. False, it was archery. Well done. On this slide, you can see a part of our text, Olympic and Paralympic Games. You should copy this link bit.ly Olympics gaps into your browser and do this vocabulary task. Some words are missing from the text and you should complete the gaps with the missing words. It's time for some questions. You can pause the video after each question and write the answers in your notebook. So let's start. Do you watch the Olympic Games? Which sports are your favorites? Who are your country's most famous Olympians? Do highly paid athletes deserve the amount of money they make? Why are international sporting events important for the whole society? Can you explain the influence of politics and commercialism on the Olympic Games? If you could change one Olympic sport, which sport would you take away and which sport would you add? In our next activity, I would like you to copy this chart in your notebooks. Think about good things and bad things about the Olympic Games, because not all things are good related to the Olympic Games. So think critically and try to write as many arguments as possible. Now you can compare your chart with the arguments that you can see on the slide. Some good things about the Olympic Games are the following. Olympic Games definitely promote benefits of sports and physical activity. They also promote friendship across nations. They encourage people to give their best. Athletes are often role models for young people. They promote union of the continents and they are beneficial for the host country's tourism. However, there are also bad things. Some people say that Olympic Games are a complete waste of money. It's usually the people who come from the host city. Olympic Games often promote nationalism because each nation cheers for their athletes. There is a lot of commercialism related to the Olympic Games because it's all about the money. How much money will certain people earn? The choice of the host city is often influenced by politics. Then Olympic Games usually increase inequality in the host city. There are human rights abuses, forced evictions, and organizers often hide poor people in neighborhoods away from the view. And many athletes take performance-enhancing drugs. So this activity is an introduction into our next activity, and that is our pro and contra essay. This is the topic of our pro and contra essay. Some people claim that the global society benefits a lot from the Olympic Games. Others disagree and say that the Olympic Games are not that beneficial at all. Good luck with your essay. After you have written your essay, you should use this list to check whether you have written 200 to 250 words, whether you have used a clear paragraph structure, because you should have full paragraphs, whether you have written something in general about the topic and have introduced both sides of the topic in the introduction, whether you have presented both sides of the topic and supported them with arguments, explanations, justifications, examples, whether you have summarized the arguments and given your opinion in the conclusion, whether you have used linkers appropriately, whether you have used topic sentences to introduce both sides of the topic, and whether you have checked your spelling and grammar. This is all for today's lesson. Thank you for taking part in this lesson. Goodbye.